Okay, let me tell you something. When we're trying to figure out this recording, like let's record our intro and our outro. Why do I make things so complicated? And I think it goes back to when I was a little child and trying to find pathways to fix things in very dire circumstances in my upbringing. And it's funny because, like, right now, we just tried to do this recording, and the first thing I went to is the most complicated thing. I went to open up GarageBand to try to make this recording, though we could have just essentially like recorded it on Zoom. And recently, learning to speak Hindi, and my teacher said to me, like, keep your sentences simple. And for some reason, I was trying to make my sentences more complex, like because my grammar is more
Mhm.
complex as an English speaker. So essentially, I was trying to make these complex sentences. And in order to get my, you know, what I call is my butchie brain, it's my baby brain, my Hindi baby brain,
Mhm.
to actually comply with the task. I had to really take a full English sentence that is really grammatically advanced and bring it down to a very simple sentence like, I'm eating food, like super simple, rather than I'm eating food down by the lake. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated sometimes, and I make things complicated. So, what do you think? What do you think about that? Like, you make stuff complicated, or you like,
Oh, all the time. I have a very complicated job. I mean, I work for a German company who they always have these processes and don't even get me started on the German language. So it's a fun process to problem solving. But I always say to my co colleagues like here's how I like to problem solve. The shortest distance between one point in a straight line, like it's A to B, it's the shortest distance, right? But why do I always make it so hard? And then I say at the end of it, why did I make this so hard? Remind me next time. Like, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I wish I knew. Attention, concern for looking good. I don't know.
well, I think it's also like a default. I think it's a default from like having a like child brain and having to not think simply, right? And not be like a child, but have to like turn on an adult brain at such a young age. I feel like that I overcomplicate things just because I've had to overcomplicate things, right? Uh,
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I
I
mean?
I as a child I was always afraid of being judged and somebody being critical of me. So I think for me that trigger is when you're speaking about the child adult brain, I want to make sure that I'm getting it right.
Hmm.
So I am like if you see all my thoughts and I'm trying to problem solve, there's like a million thoughts hanging around and I'm trying to figure out spending more time to figure out what's the shortest distance and instead, yeah,
Yeah, like you're in that not a spiral, but sort of like that not that graph that goes from A to B, the graph
a
that goes like
cul-de-sac.
cul-de-sac.
Let's take our bikes down to the cul-de-sac and play today.
Yeah, I've gotten that feedback from a couple of different people in my life, and keep it like the KISS method is always
Keep it
best.
simple, stupid. Yeah.
But like, I mean, sometimes, okay, I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt is this, is if I complicate it, it creates noise in the way of me getting things done. And I'll argue that because I create so much noise or complexity, that keeps me from being as productive as I'd like to be. And sometimes I think there's some beautiful things about it. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing
Yeah.
sometimes to like avoid the, A plus B equals C, or like one plus two equals
Yeah.
three.
And I do have to say that there is something positive about it. Again, the job that I work at is very complicated and there's things that happen every day and there's multiple tools to solve this. So you're in that critical thinking, right? and you get done and you're like, oh, why didn't I think of this? And oftentimes in the German spirit of things is as like one time I asked my boss, I'm like, why does it have to be like this? Why can't I didn't I already know the answer right away? And he goes, well, sometimes you don't know until you know. And I'm thinking, you know what, Dawn? Like, can't beat yourself up about recording or, this has been like the whole time because you don't know until you know. And like, I don't know. I mean, you're pretty techy and pretty intelligent, but is it really a bad thing that you got stuck on the garage band? Or was it just a pleasant little journey?
I
It
like
could have been.
it.
Huh?
I like
You like,
garage bands. I like it. And I just thought maybe
yeah.
we could like, because you can see the equalizer and
Yeah. I've
adjust
used GarageBand a lot.
sounds.
Yeah.
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 So like,
Well,
and
and I mean,
I also like you
we
can visually rip it out, right? Like to me that
cut, paste. Yeah. Yeah.
so, but
And we can still use it.
yeah, but like, why am I I think it goes back to that. It's like maybe noticing where are you and me or everyone else listening? Where are we complicating things that don't need to be complicated? And then, if there's an opportunity for us to take a longer path, then take it. Like, but does it always have to be so complicated? Sometimes keep it simple is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
All right. Hope you got something out of this. Have a great day.
Bye.